Hello everyone. It is currently 2:39 in the morning as I'm recording this video, but I just wanted to make sure that I get everything right and no misinformation gets spread for this event. Want to make sure everything is accurate and I'm also giving you the best advice that I can. So, JPUL's anniversary has finally begun, and with that brings us a lot of different events that we can expect throughout the anniversary. So let's go over the main event really quickly and then we can go over the different spawns. So you can see that we got a new variant of Zeus. This Zeus will offer light ambush and that's about it. He will not offer any light elemental attack because yeah, it's kind of whatever, but you can use him as a copium throw if you really need to. We go to the ladder itself and we can see that there's a 44 cost Nino at 100k, and if you go up even more, a 45 cost at 200k. But that's not all. There's gonna be another 44 cost at 500k and a 45 cost at 800k, which is very generous of them. And if you scroll all the way down a little bit, you can see there's this new 11th anniversary spawn ticket. You can get two of these in the event exchange while also acquiring some of these 11th anniversary medals. And to put it bluntly, these tickets are pretty mid, but they're free, so can't complain. If we go over here really quickly, you can see that the 11th medal, oh my god, the 11th anniversary medal, you can use them in the spawn, unlike last year where we could have used them for like a monster scroll. So now they want us to get 500 medals so that we can obtain a 44 cost UR monster, which with their potential fully unlocked, which sounds good on paper, but the problem is that you can't choose the monster and you can't choose the stats. So it's already really bad, a big mistake compared to last year where you could just get like a free scroll just by playing the event and completing missions. You can see that the monster pool is like every 44 cost without including collab and all that shit. You can see that it's pretty mid. It's not mid, but it does offer previous anniversary mods like Ari. You can see that it also has what's her face? Belgar. Astaroth is over here, so like it does have good monsters. The problem is that you can't choose the stats or you can't get the one that you want. So it's all RNG. So it's gonna really suck if you get something like Shinogi, for example. This guy is absolute dog shit. If you get him, you're fucking cooked. You're gonna be depressed because you got the worst possible option out of these other monsters. And to keep wrapping up the event, you can now obtain these special tickets that are called event gear exchange tickets, where you could use them to exchange for previous event gears. In particular, you can obtain monster scrolls with the +2 elemental attack as their hidden potential and other monsters like that. So it's definitely recommended that you get the monsters and not the gear because the gear is pretty mid. But if we look at the event gear for this time around, you can see that it's called Cracked Mirror XXL, but this is SSR, but it goes all the way to 3XL. It's 3XL as the skill. So you can see in the skill effects over here, we're looking at reduces by 100%, skill level 7, that's not the one. 3XL, this would be this one at UR. Reduces by 100% at skill level 5. They're basically giving us a free reflect reduction, which is insanely good and valuable. Because normally, if you wanted to have the best value, you would need a reflect reduction XXL, which are in the lower cost, and those are like they are not really acquirable anymore because they're outdated. And you needed a fully infused one to get the maximum effect at level 7, but with these, you only need them at level 5. So you'd only have to infuse them like 3 times, because if you infuse them a 4th time, then you're not gonna get any value out of it. The event weapons are not important. You can get more tickets here. They have a new back gear ticket exchange for previous events. And older anniversary gear. So yeah, we also have the grimoire exchange. This was present in the 38 and collab, where you would exchange these for a grimoire, and you can obtain different kinds of grimoires from the pool. And the most notable ones that you would like are the ones that give you prestige for the quest. You can also get some that can give you a unique battle animation when you complete a quest, which is pretty cool. This would be nice to have permanent. But that's about it for this event. We can go over to the actual spawns now. And I will just say it right here, right now, skipping her will be the biggest mistake for your account. She is very good. She is very worth your gems. And if you want to be safe, you can obviously wait until more spawns release. But I'm telling you right now that this monster is busted as shit. So I'm gonna read it right now. Increases health stats by 200% for 150 seconds, meaning that instead of the 180% limit buff limit increase that we get, we now are up to 200%, which is insane. And now the next line is the actual insane part. Increases physical and magic attack ability power by 100. This means that she can do both that buff limit increase and ability power buff limit increase, which is absolutely insane to have in one monster. Normally you would need 2 different types of monsters to do those types of buffs. And not only that, she does give you a boost in your a boost for your critical hit ability power by 100. She gives you critical assault, and she also increases your ability power, which is absolutely insane. On top of that, you get Team Blessing and a new bubble called Flank. This flank bubble will now give you a defense ignore effect, which is not really something that gets seen in the game. There are some abilities that do defense ignore, but it's not really used. But this bubble will have it. You also get damage reduction piercer, reflect piercer, and damage vulnerability effects piercer. You can also be immune to cost reduction and Unison gauge reduction. So it's a really good bow for DPS, and definitely worth getting her. And for a passive, status summon increased by 45. The cap was at 40, and now it goes up by another 5. And her potentials, they aren't that crazy. Her 2-pot is like not that great, but rejection risk plus 60 is really valuable in any kind of content. We can go over the gear really quickly. I like the weapons a lot. I think these weapons are very useful. So normally these would be your kind of filler weapons that you can expect in spawn exchanges, but I actually do think these are worth using until you get better, of course, but these are really good. It caps out at 6xl for the damage. You can get 10 cost, and you can restore 10% of damage as HP. It also caps out at XL proc rate, and it increases your accuracy, which is really valuable. Everything here is very valuable, especially for a filler type weapon. So I do think these weapons can be useful. As for the defense gears, absolutely not. I would not be using these, and I'd suggest that you don't do this. I suggest you don't use them as well. And I think that's gonna wrap up the spawn. We can quickly go over the exchange. Typical scroll, typical monster with random stats, the gear in the exchange, and you can see the past anniversary mods from JP's anniversary can be exchanged for as well, and the gear. We do have a free spawn over here, and we also do get 2 selection spawns for free when you first log in. They're one time only. There's a monster spawn with every 43 cost and 44 cost monster in the pool. And you can also see that there's also the Lydian Orc in the pool, and there's also the weapon and defense selection spawn, which only has filler gear, so it's not important. And We have new packs as well. Not worth buying, not worth buying, and not worth buying. And these are just previous events. So, okay, never mind. This is the final thing, Fiesta Min, sponsor fund. You can get free rewards, box rewards are guaranteed, and you can get random rewards over here depending on the stage that you get. So that should be everything as of now for this anniversary event. I hope you found this helpful and informative. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and make sure to join the community server. Link is going to be in the description.